Hello, this is Bob Vlog 2 and coming to you live from the outside entertainment area gazebo. So, what I wanted to touch on was a few things. One of them being the experiences that we've actually been having in the classroom and seeing everybody's presentations. I really like that we decided to go with a format where people get to choose what of the assignments they actually get to use for their presentation. I think it makes it more engaging. It really gives everybody an opportunity to really be able to highlight one of the projects that they're the most proud of. And it really is shown between the artifacts and the different lessons. It has been so cool to see what our fellow teacher candidates come up with. And I don't even feel like we are teacher candidates anymore at this point, even though we're not technically done. We are full fledged teachers. We have been doing it. So it's been really interesting to see everybody's perspectives in the matter and just kind of get a sense for what they want to be able to show to everybody. Other than that, I really enjoyed the smudging ceremony that we had. I thought it was both very significant and meaningful, but it was also very sentimental, and I felt honored and privileged that my dear friend Angela Langlas asked me to assist her in that today. Coming from the perspective of somebody who is not Indigenous, I felt very honored that she trusted me enough to be in the position where I could take part in that practice with her and do it so appreciatively and know that she knew that I took it seriously as the moment it was to actually connect with others and yourself and to also just be present. Other than that, I am very much feeling a bittersweet feeling as we finish everything in this program. It's hard to believe that we're going to be done by Tuesday. I kind of almost don't know what I'm going to do with myself at that point. We finished our artifact today. Unit plan is done, and we're just finishing our last little bits from the Google Classroom. And we're kind of at a point where it's like, tomorrow, what do we do with ourselves? We've been just so used to like going and working and working and working and not sleeping and not taking care of ourselves to like, oh, we have like some semblance of free time again. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I do know what I'll do, but it's gonna be a very bittersweet feeling. um the topic points that we have in terms of the syllabus for our e-portfolio, I included quite a bit of material, uh, all of my SLP, all of my references, an entire gallery of photos and videos that I had taken throughout my practicum and LTO time, different resources that I had found. I even included an introductory statement. I included my teaching philosophy, which I thought was very beneficial because it actually gives a better picture of what my pedagogical practices are and how I implement those into the classroom environment. Really just trying to connect everything and being on the side of humanism, and that's how I like to approach things. It really, I do believe that there's talent in everybody in their own way, and that everybody has the capability to do some really wonderful, great things. I think that it's our job as educators to foster that and then put that out into the world. I love the analogy that teachers are like gardeners, and we put a lot of work and effort and time and care into things, and we don't necessarily see the outcome of it. We don't see it come to fruition or bloom until possibly years later. Think of asparagus. Asparagus takes about 7 years after you plant it for you to fully be able to enjoy the harvest of it. But the thing with teaching is sometimes you never get to see that harvest. Sometimes you never get to see that flower bloom, and that's okay. Just knowing that you've made an impact on another human being's life for a positive is something that's very serendipitous. And I kind of also connect that back to my interview that I had the other day, And having my VP, my previous high school VP, Sam Sleeman, be one of my interviewers. And it must have been a cool moment for him to see one of his previous students in that interview room and to see how I have grown and how I have become the educator I am today. And it's people like him and being fabulous mentors that have really shaped who I am. And I could see the pride in his eyes and in his face when I was interviewing with him. And I could tell that he related to my humanistic strategies and way of being as an educator, which was, again, just a really cool moment. Other than that, what else do we have to talk about? Um, think, yeah, I think that's basically about it. But other than that, actually, I do want to talk about just briefly how I'm thankful that I did this program and how ultimately I hope that everything that I've learned in these past 14 months really translates to an engaging, inclusive, safe environment that my students feel welcome in and that they stay curious, that they continue to learn, implementing like different changes in society that are long overdue. Something I'd said in class today was when we were talking about the case study scenarios that Bob had really enjoyed was if it can't be fixed in under 5 minutes, you don't point it out. And that's kind of just like something you do with the students as well. If you can't fix it in 5 minutes, you don't point it out because people are already cruel enough to each other. You don't need to be pointing out things like people's weight or if they have acne or if there's a scar on them, like, or if they have a speech impediment. If it can't be fixed in 5 minutes, it's none of our business. Just like our other people's opinions of ourselves, it's none of our business. So just kind of having that guideline and baseline of we respect one another in this classroom and we do what we can to help each other is just going to be part of my guiding reminders when I have those tough days, because it won't always be easy. And that's just like life, I think. And I think that's part of the reward for when you do have those good days, realizing that you were able to make it through that struggle. And again, connecting to the fact that I've struggled these past 14 months to try and grow and succeed and learn how to be better, not just another teacher that talks at my students. I want to talk with them. I want to engage them. I want them to actually enjoy learning. And I will keep it short and sweet and end it there. Have a good night.